So welcome guys, here we're on the trash bench. Um, we've been having a couple issues with the Dewalt uh, spike gun, or what do you call it? Nail gun. That's how used. So I just wanted to share what I've been doing because this has been working very good. But I recently decided to pick it apart because I'm realizing when I use it, I hear the spindle spin up and it doesn't shoot out the stencil or the apparatus, the gun point apparatus, this part here, which you can pick off the back using just a couple of the two screws and you can remove the whole point. So I've cleaned this up. It was gunked up this time as well. I've been noticing some wear on the inside. You can see here there's a line following up, and then you see it's continuous, no line. So it's been eating on the sides because it rotates with that spindle. So if I put it in here, you can see it goes in there even farther, and you see the stencil will lie in between the grooves on that big part right there. So I've been noticing wears. It still has worked very well. I will try out to change out this next time. I picked this apart a couple of times. But what I wanted to share as a fix that I did myself, you can't spray in oil or anything on here to lubricate anything, but what I realized, mine was really stuck at this part. So I would hear it spin and it wanted to shoot it out, but it could not, because you see up here there's a small roller right up there. See if I can put up some light. You can see there's a small roller there which will grab onto the fire pin above and squeeze it towards the roller, which will be spinning at high velocity, so it will cause the stencil to jet out and therefore fire your nail away. But I realized this was stuck, so I wanted to show you guys just what I did on this particular piece. You can pull here and you will see the whole mechanism move, and it will go down, go up and down. But the problem I had early on is that the gun would not pinch down the roller far enough to jet it out. It was stuck in these grooves here. There's also a small groove here. So I took a small file like this one and I carefully made the edges softer. I still have some edging left on top here, but as you can see, when I pull this back, it still works very good. For you who are wanting to fix your own nail gun, this is a quick fix that I learned while picking off and trying to figure it out. I learned that sometimes you can use a pencil, you know, an old-fashioned pencil with which still has the, not ink, but it's yeah, what you call it, graphite. So it has graphite on the points. So I would do a carefully put it in a groove here and lay out like this on each side of these grooves. You can see me been stenciling around as well. What it does, it eases the movement back and forth. So when they say it's no lube, it doesn't really add up to me, because if you use graphite, this is the best stuff you can have for this kind of tolerances. It's dry, so you don't have to be careful of having any liquids running around, because if you get any liquids on this or the roller up here or in the very fire pin or needle, it won't shoot, because it's too how should say, too loose, too lubricated, or won't grab as hard, and you will have all kind of misfiring. But I figured if you do this, and you file down the points, because you will feel, if you put your fingers here, you can kind of feel if it's sharp or not, or you will just use this as a guide. Mine used to get stuck right here and I wouldn't be able to fire, but now it works quite awesome. And you always try to hear it as well. It just shouldn't be a too much grinding noise on it. But this is just my quick tip for you guys who still wants to use the gun. You can probably leave it to the Dewalt guys, but in my region where I live, I don't trust any of them. I haven't had any good quality suppliers either, but the gun works perfectly, except these few times I have to pick it apart, and I just do this on this time. This next time I will actually change out the needle as well, which I can do without having to pick this whole thing apart. But I just do this every once in a while, maybe after 500 nails or up to 1,000 nails. I usually have to pick it apart and do this. You can see here it's kind of dusty, so I will blow some away and clean it up as well. But just a tip, use something like this, since it's graphite, and you just put it on the points here, because the grooves here are not good for the equipment. Or at least you should go easy, because that's what you want. You want it to have it, don't file too hard, just so it goes smooth, because it's really everything about getting the roller down. It's the main part. As you can see, this is because you want this to go as far down as possible. I can see this is one is, I see this part is kind of jamming. It should flow easy. This is supposed to help it come back. So this is a part you can address also. I just put some of this graphite in here, and you can see it's working a lot better already. And we do this side as well. I just pinch it down here. You'll see the difference. It's a huge difference, helping it slide. The graphite helps it slide, since it's small molecules, bringing it up and down. As it grinds down, it rises on the molecules, just like a wheel bearing, and it goes up and down. So yeah, my tip. I could probably file this a little bit, but I have to take this apart then. Currently, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I know this works fine for me. People may argue that this is a Dewalt fault, and I agree, or it's a manufacturing fault, because I haven't really been seeing any other people putting out videos relating to this part of the gun. So I wanted to share it to you guys, so you kind of have a idea what you're doing here, because it's a great gun. I love it. It's easy, and it's very good when you're on a ladder. I have an air gun as well when I'm on the ground or doing building stuff on the ground, but so far this is the best nail gun that I've used. And for the money, it's very this is too expensive. You give around 400 Swedish kroners here, and I think that's all right to buy the gun. But this is something Dewalt needs to address, at least in this part. You could probably get by just doing this every other time. It's maintenance, just like your chainsaw. It needs to be taken care of. Now this is a oilless gun. That's why graphite works well. It just sticks to this part, makes it easy for the things to operate. do this a couple times and it works great. So that's my tip to you guys. You guys have a good time. Bye.